It's day 6 of the Russian invasion of Ukraine. India Today will now tell you this devastating story across 6 days. Today is the 6th day, through the most defining images, because images are telling the story of the horror of this war more than anything else, especially amidst all the misinformation. Here are the top images on day 6 that are coming in from Ukraine. The most defining image on day 6, Russian missiles continuing to wreak havoc in the second largest city. This horrific new video caught on camera, Kharkiv's historic government building, very close to the Freedom Square, seen being blown up in a massive cruise missile strike. Ukraine alleges that Russia is attacking civilians, and the missile attack has reduced the government building to absolute debris. The next defining images, a set of images, are immediately after that missile struck. The Ukrainian government says these are scenes of the aftermath of that Kharkiv government building being hit by a cruise missile. The historic government, as you can see, reduced to rubble. The huge bombardment has left the government building and the area in ruins. A terrifying video caught on camera, and this is its aftermath. The third big defining image that we're bringing to you on day 6, as Russia looks set to launch what is being seen as a possible big mother of all attacks on Kyiv, the capital. A huge explosion was witnessed in the late hours of Monday night over the Ukrainian Kyiv skyline. The image on your screen captures that horrific attack on the outskirts of Kyiv. Big image number 4, defining image on day 6, a barrage of explosions thundered in Kyiv, is captured by CCTV images as well as drone images on your screen. Shelling in northern Kyiv leading to heavy smoke in the Kyiv region as well.
Struck this base.
Another shocking video has emerged from the Ukrainian capital after repeated airstrikes. Scenes are of a massive fire and very thick smoke engulfing an entire locality. The video that has been taken from moving vehicles shows fires raging on at an area not far, we are told, from a military base on the outskirts of the capital city of Kyiv. Let's now take you to image number 6, defining image number 6 on day 6. Heavy bombing and shelling that has led to mass destruction in the city of Kharkiv, the second largest city of Ukraine, with several high-rise buildings witnessing thick black smoke coming out of their gutted structures. The result, we are told, of either shelling or a rocket barrage attack. Defining image number 7 on day 6 of this invasion. Once again from Kharkiv, which has turned out to be the city that has seen the worst fighting, the worst attacks so far. An explosion occurred leading to smoke, flames, and a huge amount of destruction, once again in a residential area. Take a look at that huge plume of smoke that followed this big attack. It is said to be likely a missile attack.
Я ебал в рот. Пизда.
Now on to defining image number 8. The Russian forces bombed a supermarket in the Chernihiv town of northern Ukraine. Intense shelling. The supermarket, which came under attack, was seen to be on fire shortly thereafter. Images from the site show thick black smoke coming out of that gutted structure. Defining image number 9, smoke, fire, flares. You know, this has become the routine image in different parts of Ukraine. A trail of destruction in the wake of a Russian attack and a convoy in the Donetsk region of eastern Ukraine after overnight shelling and huge explosions. Ambulances and fire extinguishers were deployed at this spot along with several Ukrainian police to save the lives of local residents, hundreds of thousands of whom have been totally displaced. Some of them have crossed the border and left. Others are still there and their life is at risk. Defining image number 10. Images on your screen capture the aftermath of a massive explosion in the Okhtirka city, not very far from Kharkiv. High-rise buildings severely damaged and rescue operations continuously on. The horrors of war in this lineup of images. Big defining image number 11 on day 6. And like I told you, the number of images of devastation and the horrors of this conflict are literally non-stop as the intensity scales up. The second largest city, Kharkiv, massive airstrikes and attacks. These images of burning homes in a different part of the city, many buildings evidently reduced to debris, paint a truly devastating picture of a city that has so far really borne the maximum brunt of this invasion so far.
This is a residential area with no military objects.
Let's take you now to image number 12, image number 12 from day 6. Russian military convoy and tanks apparently hit, ambushed by Ukrainian forces outside Kharkiv city. Heavy smoke wrecked tanks on the deserted streets of this besieged city that is now understood to be back in Ukrainian hands, but is clearly under major attack from the outside. Big defining image number 13, city of Bucha, not very far from Kyiv, has turned into a ghost town after suffering from attacks by the Russian forces. Images on your screen show the aftermath of those attacks. Deserted streets, supermarkets destroyed, cars and vehicles wrecked completely, broken and damaged bridges. Defining image number 14 on this 6th day of the invasion. Several Ukrainian policemen deployed in the capital city of Kyiv on Monday were on a massive search operation for undercover Russian infiltrators or saboteurs or even troops dressed as Ukrainian soldiers. On your screen, we capture a suspected Russian soldier on the floor with his hands tied by the Ukrainian police. The security forces are absolutely on edge for this kind of thing. They believe that Russian special forces dressed as Ukrainians could be infiltrating to try and sabotage or even destroy key installations in and around Kyiv. Defining image number 15 on day 6 of this invasion. Curfew was lifted in Ukraine's capital city of Kyiv on Monday. Hundreds of thousands of people formed long lines to buy food, groceries and other daily necessities. This has become the telling image of a city that's under siege and could very soon be under huge attack by Russian forces at the city's doorstep. Image number 16, a missile struck a residential building in the Chernihiv city on Monday. According to the state communication service, 2 lower floors were set on fire. And the damage continues in this northern city of Ukraine, not very far from the border with Russia. Defining image number 17 on day 6 of this invasion. Massive street fighting, heavy resistance in the Donetsk region of Ukraine from yesterday. These are images from Monday, haunting images, not just of military tanks rolling down the streets of one of the largest Ukrainian cities, but men in military uniform hanging Russian flags on administrative buildings. This is a true picture of this invasion. Many more such images coming in from different places. Terrifying, saddening, sorrowful image number 18 that defines what's happening on the ground and the horrors of this war. Dead bodies strewn around on the streets of Kharkiv that has just suffered a big cruise missile attack. Ukraine's second largest city is truly under the worst fighting and the most intense attack by Russian forces. Defining image number 19, a selfie video that has gone viral from the city of Bucha, very close to the capital city of Kyiv, that emerged on Monday, showing what appears to be a resident filming the destruction with vehicles on fire. Bucha city is another part of Ukraine that's been pounded relentlessly by Russian forces. Several residential buildings, as you can see in this man's background, hit and reduced to rubble.